Hey there, yoga friends. Welcome back. I'm Jen. Today we've got a short flow for you that will get you fired up and helping you feeling a little bit stronger and more fluid within your body. We're going to start today at the front of our mats. So go ahead and step to the front. Take your feet either hip distance or just the big toes touching and the heels wider. And from here, I'm just going to feel the feet plant into the floor. Extend your hands down towards your heels. We'll bring the hands in front of us, backs of the hands to touch. Take a breath in, raise the hands high, raise the gaze. And then we're going to bow forward. Take your hands wide, fold forward as you exhale with a flat back and hands to the floor or the shins. Take a smooth breath in, lift up through the heart center, draw the shoulders towards your hips. And as you exhale, plant your hands and step back into downward facing dog. So palms pressing into the mat and forward. Feet hip distance apart here. Let your head drop down in between your shoulders. Take a breath or two here. You can walk your dog a little bit if that feels good. So we're just limbering up through the body a little bit. We'll come back into stillness. We'll take a smooth breath in. We're going to transition all the way into a plank. So shuffle the feet back. Bring your wrists and shoulders in line, toes and heels. Now you can take your knees to the floor if you like, or keep them raised. And we're going to lower down and take the ribs and the elbows here to graze each other, lowering slowly and with control to the floor. You can hover if you like. And then lay the body down. Press the tops of the feet to the floor, lift up through the heart, raise the palms, squeeze the elbows in, and then we're going to release the hands back behind us, reach the fingertips to the toes, raise the feet off the floor, see if you can lift your heart center just a little bit higher, take a breath in. As we exhale, hands underneath the shoulders, tuck the toes, squeeze the elbows in, and come up onto the knees. We're going to move into a kneeling plank and a full plank all the way here to downward facing dog. Press the palms forward, heels back, and take a breath in. And extend the left leg behind you. Reach to your left toes. As you stretch the leg high, keep your hips level here. And your exhale breath, take your left leg through the midline, in between your hands, fingertips to the floor. We're going to spin that right heel to the floor and raise the torso. Stretch the hands high here, hips face to the front of your mat. Hands high, sink low through the hips. And then you can interlace your hands, making a small steeple with your fingers. And as we sink down through the hips, lift up through the heart, raise the gaze. Take a breath or two here. Lower the body down over the left thigh. Take your left hand to cup underneath the left ankle, right fingertips off to the right side of your mat. Sweep forward onto your right toe tips. Keep your ribs touching your left thigh. And from here, we're going to start to raise that right leg high up towards the ceiling. Let the right hip lift. And take your gaze underneath that right arm. Let's take a couple of breaths here. Finding your balance. We'll take that right leg here down to the floor to meet the left foot. We come into a forward fold. Lay your ribs onto your thighs, face to the shins. Take your hands to the shins here. Press your palms into the shins, lift up through the heart. Draw the shoulders down your back and gaze forward. Exhale, we're going to roll down over the thighs. Inhale, press into the shins, lift up through the heart. Shoulders away from the ears. Exhale and fold over the thighs. Just one more like that. Inhale, press into the shins, lift up through the heart center. Shoulders away from the ears. Exhale and roll. From here, plant your hands, and again, we're going to step back into downward facing dog. So the hands parallel to the front edge of your mat. Head drops down in between the arms. And your elbows point to the ceiling without changing the position of your hands. Take one more smooth breath here. And then transition back into your plank. I'm going to hold this plank for just a moment as we line up the body, wrists and shoulders, toes and heels. You can take your knees to the floor if you like. But as you lower down, let your elbows graze your ribs, moving slowly and with control. And from here, this time, either just repeating what we did on the first round or coming into a full up dog. So just the palms and the tops of the feet touching the floor. Draw the shoulders down and away from the ears. Keep a slight bend into your elbows, and let's take 3 breaths here. Take the breath into the upper chest. We're going to release this, so we're going to draw the navel to the spine, lifting the hips high, rolling over the toes, and coming into downward facing dog. Take a breath in. We're going to extend the right leg behind us to come into our 3-legged dog on this side. So press that left heel down, drop the head down. We'll take that right leg through the midline here. Step the right foot forward in between your hands. Pivot on the left foot. Left heel comes to the floor. Left toes point to the front corner of your mat. Draw the navel to your spine as you sweep your hands up towards the ceiling here. Spin that left hip forward. Draw the right hip back. Palms touch. Reach up to the fingertips. Sink low through your hips, right degree angle for that right knee. And lift up through your heart center. Raise the gaze. One more smooth breath in here. I'm going to release the body down over the right torso. Fingertips stay to the floor. We're going to shuffle the weight forward, straightening the right leg. Ribs and thighs still connect here. We come onto our left toe tips. Right hand's going to scoop behind the right ankle to support. And we start to raise the left leg. Drop the head down. Take your gaze underneath the left arm. Just raise that left leg as high as feels comfortable for you. And take that left foot to the floor now, next to the right. Exhaling, folding over the thighs. Hands to the shins. Take a breath in, half lift. And then exhale, fold. Take your hands wide here. With the navel drawn to the spine, come to stand with a flat back and reach up to your fingertips. Draw the hands up towards the ceiling, the shoulders down and away from the ears. Palms touch, hands to the heart, exhale. Lovely. Drop your hands down again. Reach your fingertips down towards the heels. Take a breath in and raise the hands wide this time. Bring the palms to touch. We fold forward here from the hips, hands in the prayer. Bring your hands towards the floor, face to the shins. Half lift the spine with the breath in. And then we're going to fold down over the legs. And this time step back with your right leg. Put a leg's distance and a half. We're going to cartwheel our hands up here, and we're going to move into Virabhadrasana 2. So press into that outer edge of the right foot, heels in line. Take your gaze over that left middle finger. Soften the shoulders down and away from the ears. That should feel quite nice here. Take a breath in, turn the palms to the ceiling, raise the hands high, straighten the front leg. Exhale, let's sink back down into Virabhadrasana 2. Draw that left knee to the left corner of your mat. Inhale, raise the hands. And exhale, come back down. This time we're going to raise the hands, straighten the leg. We're going to change the orientation of our legs. So we're going to turn that left foot to about 45 degrees, and we're going to turn the right foot to the back edge of the mat. So we're straightening the right leg here as well as the left. And as we sink down low here, let's bend that right knee to 95. Virabhadrasana on the second side. So the left leg is straight this time, pressing the over to the left leg. Shoulders drawn down the back. Inhale, raise the hands, straighten the front knee. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, raise. Exhale, lower. One more. Inhale. Exhale, sink back down. From here, we're going to take our hands to our hips. Straighten the right leg. Turn those right toes in. So now we're a bit pigeon-toed. Hands onto the hips. Squeeze the elbows back. Lift up through the heart. We're going to keep this arch in the spine and we're going to bow forward from the hips. Maybe to a third or a halfway here. And take the gaze to the floor, so we're lengthening the neck. Take your left hand here to the floor underneath your face. Right hand is going just to check to make sure both of your hips are level here. Press into the right hip. And as you press down, start to twist through your spine and take your gaze up and over that right shoulder. Stay here. Swap sides. Right hand to the floor, underneath the face. Left hand checks behind the back to make sure your hips are level. And then it glides over to that left hip. Press down into the hip with your left palm and bring your twist here so that the hip is moving away from the shoulder. The shoulder of the left is moving to the ceiling. Shoulders stacked. We'll lower that left hand to the floor. Bring your hands to your hips here, navel to the spine, and let's stand all the way up. We'll just heel toe the feet in. Give ourselves a nice little shake. So from here, we're just moving to Vriksasana tree. We'll start first by spreading the toes on the left foot, taking the hips back, drawing the navel back, coming to that right toe tip. And first, we're just going to hug that right knee into us. So we're going to hug the right shin in, draw the shoulders down the back, lift up through the heart, and smile. And then what we're going to do is just take the right heel to the inner upper thigh. If you need to, you could take it to the calf or the ankle, but please avoid your knee. Let's take the hands wide into our tree. We press the hips forward and the right knee back. Again, just take a soft gaze. And take the hands to the heart center in the prayer. Soften the shoulders and your jaw. One last breath. We're going to release, maybe shake it out a minute or for a moment. And we're going to swap sides. So we're going to spread the toes on the right foot, roll the top of the hips back, draw the navel back, and we'll start by hugging that left shin in. So clasp the hands around your shin. Use your arms to bring the thigh a little bit higher. Lift up through your heart, lengthen through your spine, and find your stability in your right foot. From here, we'll release that left thigh to the inner, or the left foot to the inner right thigh. Once you have it there, remember to draw the left knee back as you press the hips forward. Take your hands to a wide tree. Reach out to your branches or to your fingertips. Take the hands together in front of the heart in the prayer. release it down. Take the left foot down, shake it out. And there you go, friends. Just a quick practice to get your, heat flowing, the blood flowing, feeling stretchy, and hopefully feeling a little bit more lengthened within the body. Please check out any of the other great videos. We've got something for everyone, and I'd love to hear from you. Have a great day.